four C's I want to talk about today are not cancer. The first C I want to talk about is callings. We all have a calling in our lives, and we don't know how it's going to arrive. I never wanted cancer and writing about it to be my calling. And every time I tried to stop writing my book over the last 5 years, I got burned out many times. I bootstrapped this from nothing, working a lot of minimum wage jobs. And every time I wanted to stop, another miracle would happen. I'd find the right place to live. I'd find the right healer that introduced me to a new modality that I was guided to share with all of you in my book. So we all have a calling, and we don't know how it's going to come. But when it comes, it doesn't go away till we honor it. So I just ask you to be patient with your callings and know that they have a life of their own, and we all have one. The second C is curveball. And all of us by this point in our lives have had a curveball. Again, my curveball was cancer, which was my wake-up call. But we all have a curveball. And a curveball at first can seem very scary and frightening. But a curveball is often a wake-up call to live your life at a higher level of vibrancy and meaning. And the thing that people don't know what to do with a curveball is when you get a curveball, you are supposed to do nothing often. You're supposed to pause and allow yourself to create a new mindset for being. And with cancer, unfortunately, many people are put on a treadmill very quickly before pausing and understanding the messages of their body. So that's one of the pauses I teach in my book. But there's 2/3 of my book that would help anybody, whether you're in a career transition, a relationship transition, moving cross country, or a lifestyle change as I did. And it's really important when you're in between one way of being and another way of being to absolutely do nothing and to go inward. Because if you don't do the inner work and you don't do the reflection as I teach you in my book, you just repeat the past. You can't change the past by keep on making the same choices. And unless you pause, we tend to go back to the past. And the third C I want to talk about is compassion. And compassion is really important because when we're healing, whether it's our mind, body, or spirit, the more we judge ourselves, the mistakes of the past, or allow others to judge us, the more we damage our psyches and even ourselves. Most of us live our adult lives based on subconscious beliefs created the first 7 years in life. In fact, 90% of our adult choices were hardwired into us as young children. So we might think we're changing our life partner or our job, but if we haven't found the limiting belief that has held us back to keeping stuck or making poor choices, we're going to keep repeating the pattern. So when we see the underlying belief that holds us back, instead of judging ourselves, we have to look at it with compassion, because we were young kids, usually ages 0 to 7, when some of these limiting beliefs were formed. So when we notice them, we have to say, okay, I didn't have the discernment skills, and I'm going to look at myself with love and compassion as I release this. One of the things I know as being a life coach for 20 years, and one of the things I noticed in my own life, that you have to treat the stressors that happen in your life. And often those stresses happen from not having an adequate sense of love and worthiness. We think we love ourselves, getting a massage, getting pampered, taking time off. Self-love and worthiness goes much deeper than just self-care. It has to be hardwired into knowing we are worthy of living our lives at a deeper level, and as whether it's spirit, higher power, universe guiding us, but linking to a source greater than ourselves. So as we're changing and growing and creating new stories or new cells in our body, the more we can look at our present moment with compassion, the faster we'll move forward. And the last C for today is celebration. I really just wanted to come out and be out with people that have loved me and cared for me and held me, and during very scary, dark times in my life, as I recreated myself and my body. And I just wanted everybody to enjoy good music today, and a great musician, Eric Ramsey, who I have followed since I moved to this area. And one of the reasons I'm so blessed that Eric agreed to perform today is that one of the first times I heard Eric perform, he thanked his wife and for blessing his life. And I just loved that a man would stand up here and acknowledge the love in his life. And also, when you see the charm of Eric, you'll just know that he's a heart-centered man, and those are the kinds of people I want in my life going forward, heart-centered people. So I'm very blessed, and I also want to thank Julian at Janie's because he gave me this space to do this book signing. It's totally pro bono and just bringing great people together and just a heart of gratitude. So just want to thank everybody and just have an awesome time today celebrating and enjoying Eric's great music. Thank you all very much.
When I was young, I asked a lot of questions, but no one seemed to know the answers for. People told me, wait till you get older. I don't want them answers anymore. What are you gonna do when you get older? When you got the world all on your back, will you bend?